Testing. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. Can you hear me? Hi. Basically, my computer kept rejecting being able to log in, like give permission to be able to be on camera. And I'm trying not to have a meltdown. I know they say that every stream, but like I was working on my house all day and I was like looking forward to streaming with y'all. And I've been trying to fix this for an hour and a half. Hi, guys. I know it's past y'all's bedtime. And I feel bad. I'm really sorry. I think that it's... Anyways, I always feel like, should I tell you the backstory or not? I won't tell you the backstory this time. We just won't even move a muscle so we don't mess anything up. So I was on Instagram and I found this lady who was interesting. And she's a private investigator. And I watched a few of her videos and she's a great storyteller. And she was putting on makeup. And after the third video I watched, I realized she... and I have a green background. I need to change it. I was trying to be in a detective background, but I just need to lighten it, I think. I'll just do purple. Who freaking cares? And I realized she was putting on SEINT makeup while she was doing these private investigator stories. Do I even have purple? Does this one work? I'm trying to find a better background. Hold on. Is this one blurry? Nope, but it's better. Indeed, it is better. Let me try to fix the background. So, oh no. So I was just randomly woken up by people sawing into my roof and making the worst nails on a chalkboard. Nails on a chalkboard sounds literally all day, and I couldn't leave because my cats were so scared. I couldn't leave them alone, and they're coming back tomorrow. I'm so sorry. That's awful. Yeah, I try to like make the rounds and watch everyone's videos. Sometimes I can't. So like I had no idea this lady existed. And I thought that was a cool little dealy-mabobber, and I don't have captions because I had to ruin my other stream. Because I couldn't get into StreamYard and I couldn't get into... Oh, I'm invisible. I couldn't get into Streamlabs. It's okay. I'm just kind of invisible, and I don't have enough light in here because I only have one light with me. Let me see if I can turn this light up. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna have to keep apologizing. I don't know how to like function normally sometimes. You didn't miss it. I just trying to fix my computer. I've been home through roof replacements twice. Basically feels like the sky is falling. Yeah, I'm here, Shadow. I just had a technical difficulty of a lifetime. I'm not even sure how to do this now because StreamYard was going to be able to help me do this. So it's just going to be probably a not as what I was thinking type of stream. Let me just really quickly update the... I need to update the cover photo because I'm just really upset. I'm sorry. I'm trying to recover. I can hear my clicks every time. Okay, the cover's back on it. I don't have the correct title. I don't have the correct description. I'm going to try to recover. I really am going to try to recover. I'm going to turn this to private. And I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to edit this. I'm going to save that. I'm officially declaring Operation Cheer DeeCee app. I'm sorry. I'm not like I know like me being sad is like a bummer for y'all, and I'm really sorry. I'm trying to not do this. I'm just going to take a drink of my Gatorade, and I'm going to put the video on the screen. Oh, that's awesome, Karina. Okay, let me try this. Let's see if I can log in.
You streaming?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep, eat it. Yep. 𝐔𝐄𝐃 asking for ice cream. No. I feel like I'm imploding. Okay. Instagram. Oh, I did it the wrong way. All right, I'm back. I'm just trying to get to her account. She's called the Freedom Barbie, and she has 311,000 followers. And I'm going to share my screen, and it is probably going to be blurry. I wonder if I can do it over here and if it'll still work. I know that's kind of small. This is why I wanted to do it in StreamYard. I don't even know if I should finish the stream. I don't know what to do. Let's just try to recover. Okay. She has 311,000 followers on Instagram. Let me take the chat off really quickly since it's only just me. And I hope y'all can read that. Her name is Mackenzie Fultz, private investigator, makeup artist. Beauty, cosmetic, and personal care, PI adventures, teaching makeup, makeup always fits, get the color match, so team freedom is beauty. Let's just look at what that does. Oh, share this tab. Okay. This is her link tree. I prefer campsite, but what do I know? PI podcast inquiries. Oh, she's got a podcast. Become a SEINT artist. I wish this was fully. That's okay. Hi, Quan. I like that y'all are telling dog stories. It's not blurry, okay. You can get a free color match, makeup, become a SEINT artist, dating detectives podcast. That might be interesting to review in the future, like when we're doing a gaming stream. She also has an affiliate code for 𝐓𝐈𝐍𝐃 lashes. Amazon favorites, affiliate, launch, affiliate, makeup for DUMMIES tutorial. Team Freedom and Beauty, VIP Freedom and Beauty, Best Treadmill, affiliate. Follow me on Instagram. This was from Instagram. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me on Pinterest. YouTube, Freedom and Beauty. Oh, we've got a video. Let's look at that. No, I don't want to subscribe. That button automatically gets you to subscribe? Interesting. I wonder, do you have actual videos or you just have shorts? The SEINT color match. SEINT brushes. We'll listen to some of her PI stories, don't worry. Clean your brushes. Launch. If you don't know what Launch is, it is the Utah blogger sphere affiliate product. A lot of people do the crossover with Launch and other MLM products. Oh, sure. Yep. Yeah, let me send you the link. Sorry, I didn't see. Restream's a little bit of a brat, so you might need headphones, but I'm not sure. Okay. I just sent it on Instagram. So Weight Watchers for weight loss? No way. Private investigator stories, lots of maybe not lots. Full face of makeup on surveillance. Oh, we gotta watch this one. We'll wait for Karina. We will wait for Karina. I need to find a different background. I'm too green. I just don't have enough light, which is the issue. I only brought... Oh, my cord. I only brought one light with me. I'm trying to figure out like a good travel setup, and I was so close, and then my computer just crapped out on me. Bye, Tanya. Sorry it was so wild. I'm sorry about my technical difficulties. I really feel bad. I know. This is one terrifying thing about doing... I like this one better. This is the terrifying thing about doing this. Because she's a PI, so none of my info's safe online. So I'm kind of nervous about that. Canva. I'm just looking for my signature purple color login. Just want to be happy. Oh, also Avery and I are doing a fun thing. I know I'm lagging. God dang it. I'm just trying to find my purple. That's all I want. I have a little bit of background noise. I don't know how to fix it. Copy. There we go. We got our signature purple back. Woo! I was thinking the same thing, DeeCee. No lagging here. Okay. Hi, Karina.
Yo, can you hear me?
I can't hear you. Let me see if I can.
You can't hear you? Okay, wait.
Hold on, let me put.
Hear me now?
I can't hear you now.
You can or you can't?
I see sound coming through, but I don't know why I can't hear you.
Let me plug in my mic.
Oh, y'all can hear her, but I can't hear her. Hold on. Everyone can hear you but me. I don't know what's going on.
Let me plug in my mic.
I've got sound on you both. Let me fix it, Karina. It's not you.
Okay. It's okay, Bingo. If y'all hear Bingo, he's trying to escape.
Can you say
his
something
bed
else
right now? Yes. What do you want me to say?
Okay,
how you doing? What's up? What's popping? You good? Okay, wait.
I don't know what to do.
Quiet.
Got it. I got it. Can you hear me? I can hear you. Oh, now I can't. I just could hear you before. I could hear you for like 1 second and then I can't. So let me try again. Stream speaker. I could hear. Hello? Nope. I could hear you before, but now I can't. I'm sorry. I'm just having technical difficulties. Let me try this one. Can you say something? Oh, okay. Let me try this one.
Hear me now?
Chat output.
Can you hear me now?
I see your voice moving. I just can't hear anything. I don't know what to do.
That's weird. I'm gonna hop out and hop back in. Okay? I'll be right back.
Streaming.
I'll be right back. It's okay. I'll be right back.
Can you say something again? Oh, she's gone. Okay. I know y'all can hear her. I cannot hear her, so that's my problem. Let me just... I hear that.
Now, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so it was my fault. It was my fault, and I'm so sorry. I was using Safari instead of Chrome. I completely forgot. Like, I just blinked out for a second. But hey,
Hello. How are you?
you okay? How we doing? How we doing?
Oh, just having a meltdown, so I'm happy you're here.
No, look, you're good. We will be here with you. I was saying this in the chat through the difficulties. I mean, come on now. You help all of us. How can we not be there for you when you're having the technical difficulties? You are completely fine. Just breathe in and breathe out. And we're going to get through this, all right? And I'm here as long as you need me to be.
I really appreciate that. It's been a rough.
I got you. I got you. No problem. We're going to be okay, all right?
Yep. Thank you.
Okay. I am going to be snacking though, so
we love that. I've got a Reese's next to me and a Gatorade and a Ring Pop and just all of the shit. So thank you for hopping in. Y'all, if you didn't watch, Karina did a video earlier today on a certain two people who make their rounds in the emotions of people everywhere. So if you haven't seen Karina's response to that, I'd highly recommend you go check that out, and also subscribe to Karina if you haven't already. But I can't imagine that people who are here haven't subscribed to you, but I'm going to do...
I'm going to need y'all to watch it and then be there for me, because eventually they're going to come after me. I just know it. I feel it in my
got
gut.
it. We got you. We got you. We got you.
But it's going to be fine. I think it's going to be okay.
I think so. Yep. Y'all, I know y'all have already talked about what you're snacking on. I'm going to go ahead and... So, the chat was saying that I think this lady was a part of one of Savannah's top fails. I just found her today. She is a working private investigator and SEINT makeup artist. So she tells her private investigator stories while she is putting on her SEINT makeup.
I think I've seen her. I do think I have seen her. And yeah, it's a little creepy to think about, but even if she is a PI, ethics say that she cannot use our information even if she knows it.
I hope so.
So let's just hope, I mean, this might be a lot to ask for, but let's just hope she is ethical.
Yeah. I think marketing-wise, it's a super interesting strategy that she's telling these stories and that we are having to watch her, and she doesn't tell the SEINT part every time she does a story. It's just people connecting with her over her PI stories and then watching her do makeup, and I'm sure that she then gets people saying, what kind of makeup are you putting on your face? And I love that you're here, Karina, because you are the makeup guru that I needed on my stream for this, because I know that you and Tanya and Jess and other people who are good at makeup have opinions about SEINT sometimes.
Yes.
Or what I've heard.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. HD, let's go.
Let's do it.
Okay, so here. Oh, I'm going to take our little names off for a second, because...
That's fine. Also, hi everyone in the chat. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to ignore the chat. It's just...
No, Karina came in and saved the day for this. That is for sure. This is her YouTube page. And let me just close these out. So this one is 25 minutes, and it's a full face of makeup on surveillance. So she's, I guess, waiting for someone to come and so she can take pictures, and she's doing her makeup, which I thought that might be interesting to look at, and then to look at her reels. But maybe we should do one reel first as like a teaser, an appetizer. Yeah. So let me share this tab, and then let's do oh, here's one. Maybe this is... No, that's a giveaway. Oops.
And here's the part 2
I
to
can't hear
some
anything.
story I
No!
can legally tell you.
Why is this happening
Get
every
so confused
time?
doing that.
I can hear her. I can hear her.
Dang, what's wrong with me
Facebook
then?
don't give me enough time. Anyways,
Okay.
look, aren't these press-ons cute? Okay,
I do
squirrel.
not know
So
what's
after
going
I climbed the top
Let
of
me
the
try to fix
Mayflower,
that
I was
light.
able to get really great video of my subject. But I want you to imagine this 30-something-year-old woman
Let me
at
just
a
close
park.
it out and let me try to fix it.
We can hear her. I can hear her.
I know y'all can. I guess that's fine. I just can't hear her, so.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying in case it's like an output or whatever.
Yeah, it's definitely an output issue. Maybe I'm just in the wrong thing.
Honestly, you saved the day today, so I know you got this, okay? Take your time.
Let's see if this will work.
Hi, my name is Mackenzie. I'm a licensed private investigator, and here's the part 2 to
Dang.
some story I can legally tell you.
Stop sharing. Let me try it again. I might have not pressed share tab audio. Entire screen. I guess we can try this one and share system audio.
Of my subject, but I
still
want
can't
you
hear
to
her. I
imagine
don't know
this
what's happening.
30-something-year-old woman at a park, children in tow, just
But
all
you can still
willy-nilly
hear her,
climbing
right?
up the playground thing. But I gotta tell you, it was pretty
Dang.
cool. Like, it had a pretend
Well,
telescope and everything, and like this pretend
twisty
plank. It was
technical
wild. Anyway, so I
difficulty.
have this crossbody bag,
What
my
the
purse
flippity
strapped
flop is
around me,
going
and I pull
on?
my camera out and just start filming down into this guy's yard from a vantage point above the privacy fence. All those kids.
Okay. I don't know how to solve this problem. My brain is breaking. Okay. This is...
Isn't that what was wrong with mine today? Like the source or whatever? It's not that?
It could be. It's just, I'm not sure what source that I'm on my speaker streamer X. Let's try that. And let's try...
Privacy fence, yeah. She said something about a privacy fence and people are like freaking out.
Yeah. Let's try this. Okay.
I'm a licensed private investigator, and here's the part 2 to...
Do you want me to try and share it? If you walk
Yeah.
me through it, I can try it.
Yeah, let's try that. Copy. I'm going to put it in the private chat here to you.
Okay.
There's her channel. And I will take my share off. Remove source.
Okay, so I opened it, and then what do I do?
Do you have little options down below where there's like a share screen?
Yeah. Okay, I got it.
Okay. Okay.
Is it doing it? Can you see?
I can see, but I can't. Let's see.
Okay,
Okay, wait.
squirrel.
Can you hear?
After I climbed the top of the
Yes.
Mayflower, I was...
Yeah?
Yep, we're good.
Okay. So just tell me what you want me to do, and
Let's click back out and click back in, and then you can just turn the sound on so we can all listen to it from the beginning.
Okay, so you're gonna go back. Okay, wait. Click in, and then wait. Can you pause it? Yeah, you can. Okay, I got it.
Sweet.
I'm just like the worst. I'm probably the worst person to try to help right now, but I'm gonna do my damnedest.
No, you are saving the day. Seriously.
Okay.
Good night, Kay.
Here we go.
All right.
Investigator, and here's the part 2 to some story I can legally tell you. Get so confused doing that for the part 2s, or part 411 if you're on Facebook. Facebook don't give me enough time. Anyways, look, aren't these press-ons cute? Okay, squirrel. So after I climbed the top of the Mayflower, I was able to get really great video of my subject, but I want you to imagine this 30-something-year-old woman at a park with no children in tow, just all willy-nilly climbing up the playground thing. But I gotta tell you, it was pretty cool. Like, it had a pretend telescope and everything, and like this pretend plank. It was wild. Anyway, so I have this crossbody bag, my purse strapped around me, and I pull my camera out and just start filming down into this guy's yard from a vantage point above the privacy fence. All those kids were looking at me, and they were judging me pretty...
Wait. Is that technically trespassing? I think so, right? Because you're on the fence.
That's a great question. If you are in the legal field and you are watching this on the replay, can you let us know? Oh, maybe it isn't, because there is something going on with Harry and Meghan, whatever. They renounced their titles or whatever, and they got mad. And look, I don't agree with like the telescopic stuff, but I don't think the legal system looks at taking pictures off of their property with a telescopic lens as a no-no here in the United States. So maybe she was okay.
I don't know. That still seems a little to me, you know?
Yeah, I think it's more the morality line, not the legal line. So there's some things that are like, ooh, this is twisty, and it's still okay to do, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, if you want me to stop, tell me, because I can't see you while I'm sharing the screen for some reason.
Okay.
Hard. It was like high school all over again. Like, she can't play here with us. Who does she think she is? Y'all, I've never in my life been so intimidated by a bunch of 4-year-olds. The mamas weren't crazy about it either. Like, I can't blame them. They're like calling the kids down from the playground. Why don't you go play on the merry-go-round instead? Or like, whatever. Anyways, it was clear what I was doing. Videotaping into this guy's yard. But like, obviously they probably didn't know why. Anyways, I got a job to do, so they're probably calling the cops. But like, all they can really do is tell me to leave. Anyways, I got what I needed and I left. So I turned my case into my client. And a week or so later, she gives me a call. And she says, girl, you nailed it, but we have a problem. And so I'm over here like, great, here we go. Well, she tells me the manager guy, the guy that didn't want me to do the case because I was a girl, he was mad that I had obtained video from a questionable vantage point. So he's like grateful for the video, but also he was like bashing me because in his opinion, I had basically like ruined the case because the subject had a privacy fence, which means the subject had a reasonable expectation of privacy. So when he brought it to the defense counsel, like the insurance company's attorneys, they questioned my tactics and basically said that like I should lose my license because I acted outside of the statutes that I'm governed by, which in Florida is chapter 493. But at the same time, my video is going to be the only thing that saved them millions of dollars. So they took a chance with it and it goes to court. Well, of course they call me to testify because if anybody's going to look dumb, it's not going to be them. It needs to be me, stupid PI who broke the rules. So I'm testifying. Well, obviously, if my client thought it, so did the plaintiff attorney. So obviously they questioned my credentials. They're asking me about my schooling and my licensing and my experience, my life, my history, my credit score. Like they're trying to discredit me to no end. Finally, we get to the video. Well, the video was my client's only real card to play, but the plaintiff attorney objected to it because expectation of privacy, there was a privacy fence. Like these attorneys were literally throwing tantrums in the courtroom right in front of the judge, in front of God and everybody, the jury, all of it. So the judge straight up asked me, were you licensed the day you took this video? Confirmed that my license was active, current, valid. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. So now the judge is just straight up questioning me in front of everybody. Were you on private property? No, Your Honor. So you were on public property? Yes, Your Honor. Were you trespassing? No, Your Honor. Had anybody asked you to leave? No, Your Honor. Was anyone around you in imminent danger because of your position? No, Your Honor. Was there a sign that implicitly disallowed the use of cameras? Not that I saw, Your Honor. So then the judge says, this video was obtained legally and without malice, according to chapter 493 of the Florida state statutes. So the judge says, thank you so much for your testimony. Then she turns to the attorneys. The video will be allowed in as evidence. Well, the manager happened to be in court that day, which usually they're not. Usually it's just like the defense team. For some reason, he shows up. Y'all, this fella looks at me in my face and he goes, like, good job, kiddo. Atta girl. Well, my client won their case because duh. And apparently the guy had to pay back like a crap ton of money. Kind of like my skydiver guy. Did you see that one? Well, so obviously that manager got like tons of accolades and he took all the credit for knowing just who to call when you need him. My adjuster Fred said that he totes around the office like he's the best thing since sliced bread because that was the biggest case he's ever won. Hi, my name's...
So in that video, I don't know if she's putting on Red Aspen, but she does these videos where she's telling an interesting story, and then you get sucked into SEINT. And she does have an active team with SEINT, and so that's kind of the best trailer that we can give you about how she does it and how that pulls people in to join her in SEINT. And I find it twisty because she's a licensed private investigator, pretty like, I don't know, public figure-y, and she's also, getting her bag with the multi-level marketing product.
And probably from YouTube too, if she has enough like subscribers and stuff. Because I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like she's not pretty entertaining, because she is.
Sure.
The way she tells the story, can she come off a little tiny bit too high energy for me? Yes, but her story was interesting. It had all these twists and turns that I was not expecting. So I'll give her that. She's definitely an interesting character. And she's gorgeous. I love her hair. Like, that's some big ass hair, like Texas style hair. I saw somebody say that in the chat. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yep. But it from a marketing perspective, I think it's interesting to uncover or to like introduce people to this, because it's more sophisticated than what Jessie Lee Ward does. It's more sophisticated than even probably what Young Living does or other people when they're on lives.
There's more thought behind it.
Yep. And it's the same thing. It's like when we're listening to like really hard podcasts, and I do a craft stream, so like we can color, we can do something, and then be able to process like big feelings, but it's buffered because we're also doing something, I don't know, productive.
Yeah, like today I had to do my makeup, because if not, I'm gonna flip this desk over.
Yes. And that's the same thing that she's doing in this situation. And I'm gonna send you the YouTube, since you are the master and commander of the sharing of the screens today. So if you have, I just put it in our private chat, and if you scroll all the way down, it's the full face of makeup on surveillance.
Okay. Okay, got it. Okay. Pause. Wait. Okay. Share screen. This one. Share.
I'm a plus-size makeup artist, private investigator, and
can you hear her and see her and stuff?
Yep. We are good to go.
Boy mom. A lot going on there. Hit the subscribe button if any of that appeals to you. Let's do some makeup. So I want to kind of talk about my beauty routine, which a lot of people have asked me about. So I kind of want to share with you what I do.
I'm going to need her to close her mouth when she does that, because a lot of setting sprays have alcohol in them. Unless she's trying to get a little tipsy, but a lot of they have like alcohol or similar to chemical, some sort of chemical that's like gonna set your face and dry fast. So I'm gonna need her to like not eat that shit. There's no way it's good for her.
Yes, I agree.
I start off with the Too Faced Hangover setting spray and primer. Definitely, and this has coconut water, so I really like that it's silicone free. I'm not crazy about silicone since I started wearing cream makeup, but it does a really great job, and it's really refreshing, and I really like it. If you're wondering why I'm in the car, it's because I'm a private investigator and I do surveillance. So I'm gonna start.
This is 9 months ago. We just did that most recent video to kind of give y'all an idea about her vibe, the marketing strategy behind what she does. And I found this one interesting because she's doing her makeup while she is allegedly on surveillance, looking and snooping for somebody to,
she's trying to catch somebody slipping.
Yup. Indeed.
But talk about multitasking though, like.
Yeah, I mean, if you cannot work your multi-level marketing business in pockets of time, she's not going to give you any grace, because she is doing all the things for the private investigation, and she is selling all of the multi-level marketing products.
Also, she said cream makeup, and I automatically just wanted to say cream makeup or cow makeup, because I've seen SEINT makeup in person, and what it reminds me of a lot. Also, I'm mixing my chia pudding. Trying to be healthy, y'all. Don't give me too many props, okay? It's only been 2 days. Anyways, what's it called? It reminds me of, you know, that Halloween costume makeup that comes like in the red and the black and the white, so you can like paint
Yeah.
your face.
Yep.
And it's like super thick and oily and slippery. That's what same makeup feels like to me. And I tried it on my face and it broke me the hell out. So,
Ooh, yikes.
cream makeup or color makeup?
Surveillance right now. Can't tell you too much about like specifics about my cases because stupid privacy rules and whatever, but it's fine.
So
like
stupid.
you'll start to get the drift. I'll try to give you some of the not classified information. Anyways, the next thing that I'm going to use is the NYX. Is it NYX or NYX? I don't know, but the NYX
NYX.
pore filler, and it's just a little bit of a like just a little teeny tiny bit, and I just put it where I need a little bit of blurring because my pores are a little bit bigger than I'd like. However, I will say that I started using a milk moisturizer and milk toner and milk cleanser, and I noticed that the lactic acid, I'm pretty sure it's the toner, probably all of it together, has really helped to shrink my pores. So I'm really kind of liking that. They've gotten a lot better, but you can already see it already killed.
Pores don't shrink. If you have big pores, you have big pores, and that's it. I have big pores, and it's fine. It's not a big deal. You just need to cleanse a little deeper so you don't get blackheads and whiteheads, but you can't really shrink pores.
A bunch of the shine, and all I needed was a little bit. Look, I got some in my hair. What's going on? It's fine. Then I'm going to use the CeraVe moisturizer with SPF. It has SPF 30, and obviously SPF is so important for your skin. I wish I had started using it 20 years ago when everyone told me to, and I thought...
Okay. This is where the makeup artist in me is going to come out. It's moisturizer, SPF. No, it's serum, moisturizer, SPF, primer. You did this backwards, and it's making my butt itch.
I love that you're here because I would have been like, okay, I guess, you know, I don't even know what's going on. I just don't do well with the like makeup putting on. I have foundation that I wear sometimes, but mostly I'll do like a little bit of concealer and that's it. But and it's interesting that she has such a large following for the SEINT stuff.
Makeup.
And she's telling all these people how to do it the wrong way, you know?
The thing is, I mean, you can technically do whatever you want because it's your face and it's your makeup. The thing is, because she put the primer and it's a silicone-based primer that makes this a little bit slippery, her SPF is just going to kind of move everywhere. And if while she's putting that makeup on, she's buffing a little bit too hard, those two products are going to start balling up a little bit with the foundation. So,
Yikes.
you know, at least that's from what I remember, not letting products set and mixing products that aren't with the same base. Usually you get balling up or like it starts lifting and you see little patches here and there. But I guess let's see, maybe it works out for her.
Yeah.
Everyone was stupid because I was like fresh and adult, like a fresh adult, like super fresh. Like I knew everything, obviously.
Same.
So I just kind of pressed that into my skin. And now we have a good super coverage SPF. So important. Wear the sunscreen, whatever. Okay, now when I start my makeup, the very first thing that I like to start with is my contour. I use this cream contour, and I like the way
that palette looks so messy and dry. Now, my palettes can get pretty messy, but when you have cream products, you need to make sure that your palette completely seals, because if not, it's going to dry out, it's going to crack, it's going to get a bunch of bacteria. And when it comes to like makeup sanitation and like the hygiene of it all, you have to disinfect your makeup, but it's so much harder to disinfect cream makeup. Basically the only way for you to do it, and I think Tanya was in the chat, I'm not sure if she went to sleep yet, but it's to wipe the top layer off once you get anything on it, because if not, any bacteria that comes in contact with your makeup is going to end up on your face. That's how you get clogged pores. That's how you get breakouts. That's how you get rashes. That's how you can get pink eye.
Yikes.
That's how you can get mites on your lashes if it's
hell
eye
no.
products. Especially with someone who has like eyelash extensions, because you can't really like get in there, and no matter how much you scrub with the little brush your lash tag gives you or whatever, there's just really no way to get all up in there. If one of those little makeup flakes gets somewhere in between her fake lashes and her real lashes, she's screwed. Eye infection for sure. Pink eye is just makeup. There's a science to keeping makeup clean, especially when you do makeup on other people. And this is not sanitary. Also, that brush looks filthy. Sorry, that's just that's just me being picky now. But that's 10 out of 10 would not recommend having your makeup that way.
Way that the contour kind of melts into my skin because it's cream. So I put that on first and give it time to kind of heat up on my skin, and I just really like how smoothly that goes on, and we're gonna let that just kind of melt in a little.
Smoothly? You're rubbing the shit out of your face. That's not smooth. That's not smooth. Wait, did DeeCee freeze? Oh no. DeeCee, did you freeze? Oh no. Okay, we're gonna wait for her. Oh my god. But she's like literally rubbing the shit out of her face. That is not smooth whatsoever. Oh god. Okay, we're gonna wait for her. We're gonna wait for her. She got this. We're gonna do the damn thing. Yeah. I didn't notice because I can't see, like I had to switch between windows, so I couldn't see that she was frozen. I just thought maybe she was snacking or something. How much do you want to bet she uses the same palette on customers? I fucking hope she doesn't. That would be disgusting. You know, when I used to do makeup back in the day, I would have, like, if I liked the product, I would buy a product for me and then a product for my kit. That way I wouldn't have cross contamination, and same thing for my brushes. Hey, you good? You okay? I can see you and I can hear clicking. Oh, I can't hear your voice. You're muted. I can't hear you. Guys, can you hear her? Okay. No worries. We'll wait for you. Take your time. In the meantime, I'll answer questions from the chat, okay? Okay. Okay, she said to keep playing it. But someone asked, is it contour or bronzer? This looks a little bit more of an ashy shade, so it's contour in my opinion. But okay, I'm gonna click play.
Little bit. Now, I don't have a particularly large forehead, but I really like how contour looks. I like that it gives that really pretty shadow effect, and it just looks really nice. And I like this brush because it's nice and flat on the end, so I feel like it just fits the contours of my face really well. I just really like it a lot. My other favorite contour areas are my jawline. So right here, I like to call this my chin strap. You can see
That's
why.
no.
And I really like to create little shadows there because I have 107 chins. And so it's just really nice to kind of conceal that and just make it look a little less.
That's not mean at all. Like, that's not body shaming of you at all. I have 175 chins, and you know what? So do I, and I love every single one of them, and there's no reason why. I mean, you can use makeup to conceal that a little bit if you want. I do sometimes, mostly right here, just to like stretch out my face a little bit more, but you shouldn't it's pretty shamey how the way she said it. So I don't like that. I don't like that. The Kiki full face from 2016. Yeah, I agree. Mm. Also, someone said that my video earlier. No worries. It'll have fun with that.
Fat, like right there on those jowls or whatever. And so I'm gonna take my brush.
I'm hearing my screen is moving. It's okay. Take your time. I'll talk to the food in the meantime. I've never used contoured. I'm scared of it. I can hear you now, I think.
I think it's still an echo. Or can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, and there's no echo for me. Guys, is there an echo for you?
I think there's an echo for them. Oh, is it better?
Echo is gone. All better.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, guys.
You're good. It's okay.
Okay.
You okay? You ready to continue? Have your snack. Have your chocolate. No, click play, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I like that it's flat and has those flat edges. And I'm going to come here right on top of my nose and kind of create contour lines here and here. And I want my nose to look really skinny, so I'll put those kind of close together so you have that really thin line there. And then I'm just going to come here and go under my lip to create a little.
That's a lot. That's a lot of nose contour. And that's coming from someone who has a bigger nose. And I do contour, but I do like a little line and a little line. But that's a lot of nose contour. It is a perfect face kind of situation. But the way she was having to like really buff like super hard, what she was putting on her face earlier, I don't think it's gonna be like super easy for her to blend that nose contour out.
Little pout. I think it's really pretty and it just looks so nice. Also, when I apply my contour, you can see I put it up on my cheekbones, like instead of down it in the hollow of my cheek, I put it up a little higher. I feel like it lifts my face a little bit, so I really like to put it there. The next thing that I like to do is take my concealer or a brighter shade for under my eyes right here in the corner. So I'm just going to tap this in really lightly. I don't use a lot of makeup because this will blend and it'll give like a really nice coverage.
I'm sorry.
Watches someone cake on their makeup and then they're like, oh, this is not a lot of makeup. It could never.
Also, how dry that is. You can literally see her pulling her eye.
Yeah.
It's making my booty itch. And that's so weird. Like, it bugs me. That's what I mean by that. Like, it makes me cringe a little bit.
Sure.
That's a lot of makeup. It's a lot of makeup.
Yeah.
Without using so much. So I'm just using a little teeny tiny bit.
Not using so much. Keep packing it on. Bruh.
Then I like to come straight down my nose in a little bitty line right there. So I really like how this brightens in my T-zone. And you'll see, I also have a little bit of redness down here, so I'm just going to cover it around my nostrils. Okay, so then, now that I have the darkest part of my face with my contour and the lightest part with my brightener, I like to come into my foundation shade. And lately, I've been mixing two colors together to create my perfect shade because I'm a little less dark than I was at the beginning of the summer because I've been out in the sun a little bit less.
Oh my God, she keeps
and now that school's starting back up, you know, I have less time to take my son to the pool and get outside, so I'm kind of getting a little bit lighter. So I kind of like having.
Okay, so pro tip here. There are little like spatulas like this. Wait, let me change tabs because I can't see myself. Okay, there are little tabs like these, like spatulas, and there's palettes. Where the hell did my palette go? Oh, right here. So even if you don't do makeup on other people, I beg of you, you can even use the back of your hand and maybe like a tweezer. Mine is dirty because I used it earlier. I have not cleaned any of my brushes, haven't cleaned any of my things. But when you use any sort of like clean product, so let me see if I have anything here handy. Okay, so let's say like this one. This is just for my personal use, right? But even then, what you want to do is get a clean spatula. Make sure it's clean. Grab a little bit like this, however much you think you're going to be using. And you can even use the spatula to put it on your face. Clean it. Don't re-dip this. Or put it on the back of your hand if you want to warm it up like she said that she was trying to warm up her contour. Or put it on your palette and you can always like spread it out and then pick it up with your brush. For the love of Jeebus, like Samantha says, for the love of Jeebus, do not dig your brush into your clean stuff. If you especially if you have them sitting out in a little situation like this, don't do it. All the dust mites, all of the things. I just got that shit on my hair. Just all of the things are gonna land on the cream makeup while it's open and your tool. So I don't want to tell you what to do. I'm not your mom, but just cream makeup contamination can result in very severe skin irritation, skin rashes, breakouts, eye infections. Don't do it. Don't do it. If you don't have a spatula and like one of these things, this was like $2 at Shop Miss A. I'm not sponsored or anything. I just love them. But if you don't have anything like this, you can always grab a Q-tip. Do it with a Q-tip. Do it with the back of a tweezer. Just make sure it's clean. Please be hygienic with your makeup because a lot of people are like, "Oh, I'm allergic." No, you're not. You just didn't properly dispose or like use your makeup. And I hate to sound like a mom, but
no, I'm here for it.
Eye infections.
I've never heard one SEINT makeup person talk about not contaminating their shit. Like I've watched a lot of SEINT makeup like tutorials, and not one of them has said keep your stuff clean. They're like, look at this brush, it has 2 ends and you can use it for everything. Dip, 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 dip.
Oh, you shouldn't. Yeah, and then if you have it, like the way that I would store my brushes when I was doing makeup on other people was on a brush roll. So it's like literally it looks like a big mat, and then it has the spaces for you to put the brushes, and then it has like a plastic cover so nothing touches the brushes. They don't even touch each other. Oh, you're welcome, guys. I can talk about makeup for days. But what's it called? You don't want that. Now right now, because I don't have storage in my drawers, I do have my brushes sitting out. However, what I do is I have too many freaking brushes. But what I do before I use them every day, I will clean them from the day before. So I'll spot clean them with a little bit of an alcohol solution from the day prior. That way, when they go on my face, they might not be 100% clean, but there's less chance of contamination, breakouts, any sort of anything. And you don't need expensive makeup either. Like everything she's showing here, there's a store that I always brag about. I just mentioned it before. It's called Shop Miss A. If you're in Texas, there's several freestanding stores, but if you're not, it's shopmissa.com, and they literally sell like anything you can think of: primers, foundations, blah blah blah. Everything for $1. They sell great quality synthetic brushes. They sell like everybody always asks me where my eyelashes are from, and they look like super expensive, but they're not. They're like not even $2. These were $155. You don't need SEINT. That's what I'm trying to get at. You don't need that cakey ass, messy ass, dry ass makeup. You don't. Just go to that store or go somewhere else. Go to Ulta. There's like way more affordable brands like Essence, NYX, Wet n Wild. I don't know if that's still a thing. Juvia's. I can go on and on. So I'm just gonna click play because But if y'all have any makeup questions, please drop them in the chat, and I'll answer as many as I can.
Yeah, and the best thank you for Karina is subscribing to her channel if you do not already subscribe to her, because we want her to hit 2,000 subs and we want her to get all the watch hours so she can get monetized.
I'm trying to get that bag, y'all. I got a baby.
Hell yes. Hell yes. Hell yes.
Thank you.
All the shades just available to me, and I can just mix them however I need. And I just put a couple dots all over my face. I'm not filling every square inch, and then I'll blend that. So I'm just going to use the same brush that I applied with, and
Wait, but you did fill every square inch. I don't see a single spot with your skin. What?
Yeah.
a
We're
lot of people
confused.
probably wouldn't blend their makeup with a brush like this, but it's actually quite nice. It's nice because even though it's flat-ended, it's still like a medium coverage. It's not super fluffy, but it's not super like short and packed and dense.
Okay, at the risk of sounding like an asshole, you know what that brush looks like? The one that she was patting under her eyes? It looks like when you're painting, like with paint, and you let the brush dry, and then you dip it back in the paint, and it's kind of like hard. It's no longer flexible.
Yep.
That's what it looks like.
Yep. Agree.
And it's grossing me out so bad.
Oh my god. This is wild. I would love to do more of these like makeup, like what the hell's going on in this MLM with you, because you have so much insight and I'm mostly just shocked about everything. I'm just here. I am so glad you joined the stream and just recovered it from the jaws of defeat, because I'm sure I would have been crying by now if you were not here, Karina. So
you're good, and you already know that I'm down whenever. Like, hopefully soon we can do maybe an in-person collab, because if y'all don't know, we live in the same area.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So we're gonna go get coffee and we're gonna plan something out for y'all, because I feel like it's needed, with all the heavy content we do and stuff, it's needed, and why not? Yep. Maybe we might get a little, because why not?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
You can still get a medium coverage. It's not going to be super full coverage, but I'm just going to start with my light colors and kind of blend. I'm going to tap and blend that outward. And I like to blend the lighter colors into the darker colors, and you can already see the dimension. It's kind of cool, like it's basically one layer of foundation, but multiple different shades exactly where they go. So that way you're not applying 1,000 layers of product all over your face.
But you did apply 1,000 layers of product on your face, and now you're tapping. But before, you were doing one of this. You were doing this. You can see your brush doing. That's not how you blend. You do tap. Like the way she's doing it now is better, but like the way she was pushing that brush.
Yeah, she's dragging the hell out of her skin.
Yeah, but that just shows you how dry the makeup is, that she has to work so hard at it.
Yep.
I don't like it.
To get the dimension that we all want. Even if you don't have super full coverage, when you use highlight and contour, it creates dimension, so it gives the illusion that there's a lot more going on your face.
Like that's what highlight and contour is for. To create dimension. God. That's why the placement of the shades, but that is so much makeup.
We're breaking Karina's makeup artist brain right now, because
it's frustrating.
This is like me watching a PowerPoint presentation gone wrong. Karina is like, what the flippity flop are we doing? Oh my god. And it just creates this really beautiful look. So if you have, like me, pimple, like all these different things going on your face, you don't have to necessarily pile a bunch of product on them. By creating dimension all over your face, it gives the eye something else to look at, right? So if you take a piece of paper, a white piece of paper, and there's a black dot on it, that's what you're going to see. So like if I just do my makeup in one color foundation, and you're going to see my pimple, but with all of if you take that same piece of paper and put different colors on it and kind of make it, more dimensional.
Okay, so color theory, yes, she is absolutely 100% right. If you put more than one color on a piece of paper and try to cover a black dot, yes. In this case, though, that's not what she's doing here. Because in order for you to cancel out, I'm going to sound really, really nerdy right now, and that's okay. But so when you have under eyes, right, you have to determine whether you're under eyes, and that's okay. are blue or purple, right? Like how dark are your under eyes? Is it giving a purple hue or a blue hue? If you have a purple hue, the more appropriate thing for you to do is get a yellow corrector to cancel out the purple. If you have a blue hue like I do, the more appropriate thing to do is get an orange corrector to cancel out the darkness, and then put your skin tone color concealer. So yes, color theory. However, these are all shades of beige. That's not what you're doing here. And no matter how much of this makeup she piles on the black dot, it's not going to cover it.
So she had a red zit. Would she go across the color palette to get a color corrector for the zit, or is a concealer going to be enough to cover like when the zit is more red toned?
So normally when you have a red spot, when you have any sort of redness, you want to use, if it's like redness all over your face, you're going to want to use a green primer. I know it sounds weird, but once you blend it in, the green cancels out the red and then turns into more of a natural shade. And then once your foundation is over it, you can no longer see the redness because the green cancels out. So if you have a zit and it's like super red, what you want to do is spot conceal that specific color, that specific pimple. Let it kind of chill for a second. If it's really, really red and you feel like you need like super extra coverage, you're going to want to dab it with a little bit of translucent powder, let it chill. And then when you do your foundation, you're going to want to make sure to not rub, but stipple. So like instead of doing what she was doing like this, you're going to want to just dab over with your regular foundation so that you don't move what you already set down. And so your product doesn't bunch up. Also, hey, Clown Town, what up?
What's up? That and I think not that I know anything, but just color theory from graphic design and stuff. If people are stuck not understanding that, you can get a color wheel, and all of the things that Karina's is saying, it's going to be across the color wheel from what color is showing up.
The complementary color right across the wheel. Yeah. So if you're trying to correct red, you're going to use yellow. You're trying to correct yellow, you're going to add a little bit of red. You're trying to correct blue, you're going to use orange. If you're trying to correct purple, you're going to use yellow. So, but again, if you have any makeup questions, hit me up in the DMs. I'm always happy to talk about makeup. Don't be weirded out if I respond with a voice note, okay? Because these days I'm too lazy to type. But anyways.
Oh, you're going to not see that black spot as much. So that's why Dimension can provide just as much coverage as coverage can. Highlighting and contour.
No. You either use a product for dimension or for coverage. Those are two very separate things. I cannot use my contour for coverage, and I cannot use my foundation for dimension. Orange and apples, ma'am. Orange and apples. No.
Contouring, a lot of people are scared of, especially the dark contour colors. But when I tell you, it can be really easy to just apply the contour and then just blend it. That blend, that's where the magic is. The magic is in the blend, you guys. Hold on. Thought I got some activity, but we didn't. Look how beautiful that blend is. And I'm just taking this contour down my neck just to create that really pretty shadow. By the way, this is called 3D foundation that I like to use.
Oh my God.
That's wild because that shit looks flat.
Yeah, it's just wild. It's like, oh, it's 3D foundation. You mean like cream foundation like everybody else? You could do essentially the same thing if you even got like stick foundation and get the different colors, and you could get the darker one for whatever works correctly with to do the contour, and then you'd save $1,000 probably. You know how expensive SEINT makeup is? First, you got to get the compact. And then that's not even sealed like you were saying. It's just Magnetic City. And then each little tin has barely anything in it, and they're hella expensive.
And then if you had to like pile on that much, that's like a lot of, like, you saw some of her pans already, like how she's running out of product.
Yeah.
I got goosebumps, y'all, because this is not. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Oh my god.
Ever since I started using this, my makeup, it just goes by so fast. Like, I can do my makeup so much more quickly. I used to use the liquid foundation, the Maybelline Fit Me, or just like I would get the MAC, like whatever I was feeling like at that time. So at home, I probably have like probably 40 different bottles of liquid foundation, and I would just switch between them
Wasteful.
depending on how I was feeling or
Wasteful.
what look I was going for. But I really like this 3D foundation because it gives me.
Okay, wait. 1 second. Okay, so if you guys are in the market for a good foundation, first of all, primers. You have to decide what kind of primer you want. If you have an oily skin like I do, I have a really oily T-zone, you're gonna want to get something that's not silicone based because it's gonna be very slippery with your oils. You want to get something that is more like mattifying or more like creamy based that's gonna like sink into your skin and make it kind of sticky. A good one for oily face is the Perfect Filter from AOA. If you are looking for a silicone based one, for me, it depends on the day. Sometimes I want to look super like a glazed donut, and other days I don't. But if you want a silicone based one, there's also this one from AOA. They're both under $2. And as far as foundation, she's talking about MAC, all the expensive stuff. But if you want a good light foundation that doesn't feel like anything on your face, again, AOA has a really good one. It's this one right here. It's the satin foundation. It's kind of like a little serum in a little thing. It's $1. And when I tell you that this feels like nothing on your face and it has great coverage, I mean that. If you want fuller coverage, they also have a cream one and they have like a full size liquid one. It just depends on what your needs are. But literally you can throw in a full face better than hers with AOA under like $20 maybe. So
Wow.
don't be fooled by what she's telling you. Like, if you want coverage, honestly, just hit me up. Also, AOA, what are you doing? Sponsor me already. Like,
Hell yeah.
I'm out here talking so much about y'all's products, but yeah, it just depends on what you want. Like, don't let her. It's not the foundation, and it's not the brush either. I think it's just she's just trying to sell us something. But I guarantee you, if you try it, you're not gonna like it. I hated it. It was too cakey. You could feel it heavy on your skin. It broke me the fuck out because it's so oily. 10 out of 10 would not recommend. But again, I'm not your mom. I don't want to tell you what to do.
Yes, well, I want you to tell us what to do because you actually know what the hell you're talking about. So I'm here for it. I'm here for the direction and the help.
Honestly, I am down for a makeup tutorial anytime I want. Just like a specific makeup tutorial. Just let me know what y'all want to see, and I'm down. Today I kind of did my makeup, getting ready and stuff, but I didn't really explain anything. So
oh, it looked so good, y'all. Seriously, go see her most recent live video. Her eye makeup looked incredible. I don't even know how you do that. It was literally like just incredible. And also Karina's stunning, like with no makeup on, and then when she puts her makeup on, it's like holy shit. Oh my god. It makes you want to like learn how to do it, or you could just enjoy the MLM and like watch her put makeup on. It's awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate that very much. I'd love to share like what I know. I did do makeup for those of you that don't know. I actually had a beauty YouTube channel, but I deleted that. I wish that I would have kept it or like just privated it. But I did do makeup for like 10 years. So if y'all ever need help, feel free to reach out. I don't charge or anything, just glad to help.
Karina, have you ever thought about having a segment on your channel where you debunk the hell out of like Limelight by Alcone and Saint makeup? And because like I would live for that. One, you're so spicy and you're so good at makeup. I just would like love for you to be, I don't know, do something along those lines. I think that would be so cool.
You know what I thought about doing, but Savannah already did it, and I love her videos on it, where she tries the MLM stuff. Like, I would love to do that and like do it on camera, like for the first time ever. But go watch Savannah's videos if you haven't seen them. They're amazing. But I would be more than happy to do stuff like that. Just send me the goods, send me the content, and I got you.
Cool.
Alrighty.
so much control over my makeup. Okay, so I just did my foundation, my highlight, and my contour all in like one layer, which makes it just so nice. Like it's not caked onto your skin. It just
Oh
is like a second
God.
skin. I like to take this fluffy brush here and tap it into my bronzer. And bronzer should be sheer. And it just, when you apply it, you can just see
That's not sheer at
how
all.
lightly it applies. And then you just kind of blend it. And the bronzer is just going to really just like
Oh my
warm you up
God.
on the top of your forehead and like the high point of your forehead and the tops of your cheekbones, and just give you like a really beautiful sun-kissed look, because I have not.
Okay, you know what she just did just now? You know how she was talking about how she needed and wanted the control with her contour because she didn't want to drag it like down here or whatever. Yes, contour and bronzer are two completely different shades. Contour tends to be a little bit more on the ashy side. Let me give you an example really quick. Okay, so this would be my contour, and I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see with this light, but this is definitely more on like the gray side, right?
Yeah.
This is what you're gonna use to like create definition, and then this is my bronzer, which is a lot like orangier, warmer, closer to my skin tone. But it would definitely give me some definition if I used it for that, right? So what she just did is she was talking about all the control that she wanted with this product to sculpt out her face. And then she went in with a giant fucking brush and used this product over it while blending this color out and blending everything over this color and spreading it down lower than where she wanted. She said she wanted it right here. She went with that brush and basically went over her entire face with this and then did this.
It
So what
muddies
was the
it,
point of
right?
that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what was the point of that?
It's like the same thing in art, like when I was in school doing painting and stuff, and dipping your brushes and not cleaning them, and then you end up with just awfulness. Like you have to clean it in between or use different ones, and it's just that makes sense to me for how you're explaining this.
Yeah.
Been in the sun, been tanning, getting dark, or anything. So I just really like how much warmth that gives. So now I'm going to use for my blush, I've really been.
No. Oh my God. This palette is worse than the first one. But okay.
Dying over the ombre kind of blush.
Look at how dry that like. Oh no. DeeCee, where'd you go? Look at how dry that pink in the very back towards her face is. That is dry. That is very dry. It's so dry. It's cracked. I'm dying too, but not in a good way. Oh no. Val, guess what's going on? What are we looking at? This is supposedly a corrector blush palette. I'm assuming because of the yellow, the orange, and the red. It might also double as a lip color. I don't know. I'm not positive. But I am interested to see how she's gonna be using it. It looks like Play-Doh. Oh my God. I just meant like I'm dying of cringe. This is bad, babes. Oh yeah, for sure. It looks like dried watercolor paint. Yep. It looks like face paint for kids. You add water to. Absolutely. Orange looks like face paint kit for children. Yes, I agree. Okay, well, I'm gonna click play while DeeCee returns. Let's give her some time to get situated.
Blush look, which I'm not super big into trends. Like I like trends and I'll try them, but I feel like if
doesn't like trends, contoured how a trendy person would contour.
if it's not like something you like,
don't put your fingers in it. Don't put your fingers in it. No. Okay, so again, she's been touching all her her little makeup bag, her brushes. She was touching her face. She probably at some point has touched her steering wheel. Now I'm hoping, and I want to give her the benefit of the doubt, that she maybe took some hand sanitizer, a little quick makeup wipe, sanitary wipe of some sort, and clean her hands beforehand. But she is in her car. She is in her car. So the chances that she touched her steering wheel, her thingamabob to open the door, her shift gear, whatever, are very high. And again, infection, breakout, not a good time. Not a good time. It's like dollar store Halloween makeup. Oh my God. Hi, Erin. Hi, everyone. I'm hoping you're having a beautiful day or night wherever you are. Thank you. Likewise. There she goes using her fingers. Yeah, this is so gross. I'm so sorry, but this is so gross. Also, DeeCee, don't worry. I'm holding down the fort. I know you're listening. So,
Like, don't wear it just because it's trendy. Wear it because you like it. And so I've been trying
I agree. Don't wear shit because it's trendy. You wear it because you like it. Yeah, for sure.
this trend here, this ombre blush, and I'm using this peachy tone, and I'm putting the peachy tone on my cheeks. And I like to keep my blush kind of up higher on my face and less on the apples of my cheeks. Just
But are you gonna like blend it out in that spot, or are you gonna just undo it with a big fluffy brush like you did earlier? That's my question.
because I feel like it lifts my face instead of making it look more full. So I put this peachy tone here, and then I'm going to take this darker, like plum type shade and put it up here. And you guys, when I tell you, it's wild.
How are you doing? What's going on? You okay?
Yep, just having technical difficulties of my life, and it just making me mad because
No worries.
so I'm so literally so thankful that you're here and that you were like just how kind you are as a person. I'm not gonna cry. I just appreciate you so much, and like I don't know, I'm just really grateful. I'm not trying to cry. I'm just like having a meltdown, and I appreciate you like being here to help the stream keep going. So thank you so much.
Absolutely no worries. You got this. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. This happens to everyone. And like I said, I'm here for you whenever.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Y'all
it's okay,
seriously
it's okay.
hearts and hype in the chat for Karina.
It's okay. We got this. It's gonna be fine.
Okay, so hear me out. I'm going to use this brush and watch what happens when I blend this like peachy tone with this kind of like super dark plummy shade. These are like off the wall colors to be blending, right? Like I have no business blending
Not really.
these colors, but freaking look.
They turned into the same color because the dark one was so sheer. That's what happened. That's not the flex you think it is.
Look how gorgeous that is. I just love how that super dark kind of plummy shade kind of just really complements that peach, or the peach complements the plum, or whatever.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Of course.
How come isn't she supposed to be like keeping an eye on like a house or something? Or like
earlier she was kind of like, wait, I thought there was movement or whatever, but for the most part she's been looking at her phone, so I don't know how good of a PI she is. Now I'm not challenging you in any way, Barbie lady. I'm not. Leave me alone, okay? I don't want a problem. I'm just here talking shit on the internet, okay?
Yeah, we just have questions, I guess. I do.
Not gonna lie though, that blush does look pretty cute. I don't like how she got it all together, but it's flattering on her.
And look how pretty that is. I just really, it's just so beautiful.
Okay, it's not eye roll good. It's not. I hate to break it to you, but it's not.
And then I might take that same dark shade and
not over the foundation. Okay, wait a minute. How many of you, raise your hand, if you went through the concealer lip trend when you were in high school, or if that's just me being old? But what happens when you don't wipe off your foundation, concealer, any sort of flesh tone color from your lips, and then put something over top, is you're eventually going to get what I call the booty hole lips, because all the product is going to crack, And you're gonna have this white line on the edge of your lip and then pink inside, and it looks disgusting. So if you're gonna put some sort of cream product like this, that's fine. Just wipe off your foundation first. If you want a little bit more definition, use a lip liner. You don't necessarily have to. If you just want kind of like a little bit of a wash of color, but I don't see this working out too well. It's just, there's no way.
I'm not super crazy about a really bold lip. I like a bold eye, and this is just really nice. Okay, so then I'm going to do my eyebrows, and if you guys have
It's really not nice. I don't like it.
not gotten on this brow trio thing, you need to. Like, brow trio is awesome.
Wait. Is that a
What?
stencil?
Yeah.
What? Wait. Wait, so like you put it on your eyebrow and then you like tap or paint on the color?
Mm-hmm. But you can do the same thing with any eye brush, any like bigger brush than your brow. So like, just because I've been using this one, you can even use the foundation brush. You can just buy the stencil, get your pomade, and scoop it out. Don't put the brush in there, and then just pat it. If you have issues getting your eyebrows to be even, I've never been a stencil person, but I can see why that would be helpful. I actually had to teach my mom how to do her brows with stencil because her brows are non-existent. So I can see it being helpful if you aren't necessarily too into makeup and you just want like a natural kind of situation. But it can get out of hand really fast if you don't like practice a little bit. So
Oh, I didn't even know that existed. I had no idea that wasn't even like I know nothing. I'm like shocked right now and intrigued. I don't know where this is gonna go.
Full on, like, they look like a little oval and they have the pomade inside, and then the stencil, instead of a stencil, it has the like a sponge that's the shape of a brow. So you just dip that into it and then just stamp the brow right on. I don't like those though, because not the same brow shape isn't flattering on everyone. So you can't just hand out like one shape of eyebrow and expect it to be flattering on everyone. If you want the basics of eyebrows, you can just take like a brush, and so you line it up to the side of your nose right here, and this is where your eyebrow should begin. If you keep it right here on the top of your nostril and put it through your iris, this is where your arch should be.
Okay.
And if you put it on the side of your nose and on the side of your eye, this is where your brow should end. So those are just the basics. And the easy way for you to do it is just put it and literally grab your I have it right here. Grab your eyebrow pencil and you can always just like do this, do this, do this, and then literally just connect the dots. Like just fill it in. And when you're done, it's gonna look a little bit like rough in the front. What you can do is just take a little eyebrow brush and kind of just brush it until it blends out, and it'll eventually end up looking like hair. So you can see that it looks like a lot more diffused. It's pretty easy. You just need to know like where your bases are with the brow, but literally this trick works. I've never done a face that this trick doesn't work on. So, and I've done a lot of makeup on a lot of people. So if you were wondering like what's a good way to do your brows, that's like a good like starting point right there. And you can use eyeshadow to fill in your brows. You can use pomade. You can use a brow pencil like I just did. There's like even like gels now that you can use. It's just a preference thing for the most part.
That's awesome. I feel like we're learning so much. I still don't. I'm gonna have you press play because I'm having sound issues on my end again.
You said don't press play or do press play?
Press play. You're good.
Okay.
Aren't terrible, but I like them to be like a little bit not darker, but a little bit fuller, and I can do that with an eyebrow pencil, but I really enjoy doing it with the Brow Trio. And with the Brow Trio, it gives you these fancy little stencils here, and you just find one that matches your.
Those are fancy. It's a piece of plastic. What the fuck is fancy about that?
Eyeshadow, or your, what are these fucking eyebrows? And then you just put this on here. So boop, boop, and you just put it right where you want it. And you line it up, and then you take the little sponge and the little stuff, and then you just dot it on, kind of like this. And I kind of squeeze it in there a little bit, just blah, 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 blah.
Whoa.
Mm.
And look. So I really like how pretty that looks.
I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty nifty, again, for people who aren't necessarily like super talented at makeup, or even like I like this sort of thing more than anything for accessibility reasons, because there's not a lot of people that, like, some people can't see without glasses, some people have issues with which is my mom's case. She has arthritis, so she can't just be holding a pencil there for like the longest, so doing that stamping motion is a little bit easier for her. So I like that for that purpose. But again, when the stencils come, they come in a pretty like generic shape, and that's not going to be flattering on everyone.
I find myself coming in with my eyebrow pencil and just filling in certain areas, but let's be real, it's so much better than doing your entire eyebrow like with a pencil. It's just really nice. And usually I do this before my makeup, but today I forgot, so it's fine. So then
well, there is a difference with a pencil, especially if it's like a really thin one like the one I showed earlier, so like this one. You can get hair-like strokes, and that's something that you can't get with that little stamping. So if you want to like actually create hairs, a thin pencil like this is good.
I take a baby wipe or like a makeup remover wipe and wipe off my stencil, flip it over, and do the other eyebrow. And
let's do a alcohol wipe or some sort of disinfecting wipe, because I'm pretty sure that shit is just everywhere in her makeup bag.
Yeah.
So easy and simple. So I'm just going to place this here, here, here. There we go. Hold that down. And we're going to I'm dipping into the little pomade stuff and just using this little spongy sponge to just tap in on my brow. Kind of give it a little wiggle, wiggle. And then when you lift it, it's just a nicely stenciled brow. And I'll go in with my brow pencil once again and just kind of clean it up a little, but it makes life a little bit easier, if you know what I mean. The next thing I'm going to do is my eyeshadow, and I love doing eyeshadow. There's so many different colors you can use, and most people are scared of eyeshadow. I'm not. You can use literally any color and make it beautiful without looking like a clown, although most people feel like they're going to look like a clown. I'm starting with the Too Faced 24 Hours.
I love me some color, and I don't look like a clown when I do my makeup. Do I?
You
Y'all
do
would
not
tell
look
me,
like
right?
a clown. We would tell you, and you do not look like a clown.
Shadow insurance. This stuff is the jazz, you guys. Like, this stuff works so freaking good. It will keep your eyeshadow on all day, keep it from creasing, and it'll just make the colors pop so much bolder, so much brighter, and just super, super pretty. Okay, so when I do my eyeshadow, the very first thing I do is go in with like a light.
I'm just mixing the hell out of everything.
Yeah, this palette is a lot cleaner than the other one, but again, look at the brush and just the way she's going into her product. There's just no way that there isn't germs on all those colors.
Yep.
To cure eye infection. Just trust me.
I'm mixing these lighter colors. These are really neutral, and
I do appreciate that she didn't blow on the brush. Don't blow on the brush, okay? Even if you have great oral hygiene, blah, blah, blah. Don't blow or lick your brush. The amount of germs in our mouth that we have should not go anywhere near our eyeball.
I'm just going to tap these onto my lid just to give like a really pretty even base and to set my eyeshadow primer. And if you use SEINT, this is Cupcake and Stay Golden. I'll tell you what the shades are in case you're a SEINT girl.
Yeah, for sure.
So you put the eyeshadow primer on, and it's supposed to hold the shadow that you put on top, right? So she's putting one color over the entire primer. How is that going to be effective if she's going to add other colors to it?
Okay, so let's say you're painting a wall. Let's say you're painting a wall, and you know how you have to, or like a piece of furniture, you have to go in with that white primer first. If it stays wet, everything on top of it is going to slip. I swear, if you set it with whatever else, for example, in this case, powder, and you just set it all one color, the colors on top of that are going to blend better. Because let's say you want to do a black smoky eye, right? And you set everything with white, it's gonna blend, like the crease area is gonna blend. I don't know how to explain it. God. Okay. So the crease area is gonna blend in a lot better, as if you, like, for example, today when I was doing my makeup, right, I was blending green into blue into purple. If I hadn't put a little bit of my bronzer underneath that, those colors would kind of have blended into each other. They would have just stayed where I patted them.
Okay.
So you do need a little bit of, it's like when you're doing your foundation, you do your liquid foundation, if you use liquid foundation. And then you do powder over top, you're setting what's underneath. So dry goes on top of wet anytime, it's fine. But if you put wet on top of dry, it's not going to work out.
Okay.
I guess that's what I'm trying to say. But if primer is for more vibrancy, more holding power, it also lets the colors blend in better. But you do need to set it all with a single color, just to make sure that it also depends on the eyeshadow though. Depending on how pigmented the eyeshadow is, how blendable the eyeshadow is. There's a lot of factors that go into it. But I do think that the whole setting everything with a single color is a good idea. I always do it. Or at least I'll go in with a little bit of my bronzer to make sure that the other colors have something to blend into.
Gotcha.
Because you don't want a stark line. Yeah, you don't want a stark line.
Okay, so I'm just using just a fluffy eyeshadow brush to apply it over my lid. Okay, so now I've set my primer. I have a really good base going. So now the next thing I want to do is go in with like a light neutral transition shade. Okay, so I like this color. I like to.
Why do we need the quotes?
I don't know. That's a good question.
That's suspicious.
Match. This is going to be like a really nice, pretty color to match
now we're
my
putting
dress,
our fingers
which is my favorite
into
color,
it.
leopard.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So this color, if you're saying girl, is called Bird. I'm just going to take my fluffy brush in there, and I'm going to.
No. Don't blow on the whole fucking palette too. Ma'am. No.
I'm going to apply this kind of all over my lid up to the crease, and I just kind of really lightly apply that just so I can see how much I'm applying, and I'm only going up to my crease.
Okay.
And then once it's applied up to my crease, I kind of blend upward. So if you...
Okay, so a couple of things here. Let me do a demo because those are fun. But okay, so when you want to get color payoff, like she said, I'm gonna apply it all over. Let me use this red here because it's like super vibrant, right? And welcome to makeup class with Karina. I'm gonna use the dirty brush because there's no reason for me to dirty up another one. But what you want to do is tap into your product. Don't blow on the brush. And then when you set it down, you're gonna want to tap to deposit the color.
Oh.
You're gonna want to tap. So I guess this is a good chance for me to show you how the primer works too. So I'm gonna take a little bit of my primer here, and I'm gonna put it right next to that dot that I put. And then I'm gonna blend it in. You can't really see it because it's transition, but it's right here. And then I'm gonna use the same color. Why am I so big? Oh my god.
Because
And
we
then I'm
can
just
see.
and then I'm gonna tap it, okay? And you can see the difference. Primer, no primer.
Yeah.
So when you're trying to deposit color, the best thing for you to do is to pick it up a couple of times and build it up. And then when you're trying to blend it out, you want to wipe off your brush. If you're lazy like me, you don't want to dirty up a bunch of brushes. You want to wipe it off on like a little microfiber. This one's dirty from earlier today. But you're gonna want to do that, and then you're just gonna want to slowly blend out the edges. And I don't know if you can see how that line at the top kind of just like blurred out.
Yeah.
Okay. Whereas her, she's doing this. And I don't know if you can see what that did.
Yeah.
There's like a patch, and then she's just moving the rest of the color around.
Yep.
That's what she did.
Mm.
And you don't want that. You don't want that. So just pat and then blend around the edge, like very slightly. Pro tip for you.
I know, we're getting a freaking makeup tutorial while we debunk SEINT. This is incredible.
Right? Next time I should be doing my makeup actually, like for this.
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay.
Apply or deposit the pigment of your eyeshadow on the lid up to the crease. Let all the pigment kind of come off your brush right there. Then work on blending up, and you'll see a really beautiful.
She's explaining it correctly, but she's not following the steps that she's explaining.
Full gradient smoky effect. And I don't come all the way up to the eyebrow. I like to leave a little bit of my skin showing just because I think it just makes a really beautiful like pop of bright right there. So I'm going to come in on this side and do the same thing. So when you apply this, you can see that by applying it in the outer corner, kind of still under the crease, by applying it in the outer corner, you can kind of deposit the color and then kind of
and then wipe it away.
Blend that out. That way your eyeshadow doesn't look real patchy, because I know some of you like struggle with patchiness. Just apply the pigment in one area and then blend it out. And if you have a hooded eye, like I kind of do, come up onto that hood.
Can you pause
so
it
you
for a
can
second?
tilt your head back and
Alexis, she's applying makeup in the car because she is currently on a stakeout because she is a practicing licensed private investigator who, in the pockets of her spare time, sells SEINT makeup, which is a multi-level marketing company and product. It is, I don't know, the combo that nobody asked for, and here we are. And Karina is debunking her shit, and we're wondering, how are you keeping an eye on the person that you're supposed to be taking pictures of? We're all confused.
Accurate.
and apply it this way, or you can look down into your mirror. But if you apply your eyeshadow with your eye open, you can see that you're getting up there on that hood, and that's okay. If you need to do that for hooded eyes, bring it up there, girl. Don't leave it under the crease, because when you open your eye, you can't see
Oh no.
it. So I'm just applying up to the crease and then blending up.
Yep, we can hear you.
That will give the look that I'm going for. So I'm doing super
light
light circles. I'm holding the brush back towards the back of the brush so that you let the brush do its job. Because if you're sitting here like this and you're trying to, your makeup's gonna look so patchy, girl. I'm telling you. Now I have my base transition shade.
Okay, a couple of things about the makeup looking patchy. Right here, she is in natural daylight, which is a good source of light to do your makeup in. But also, it's brighter than normal light because she's in the car, right? So her makeup might not look patchy here. Also, keep in mind she might have a filter, some sort of filter or something on here. Not sure. I'm not stating it as a fact. But I am willing to bet my left boob. If I look up really close and like walk up to her, I could see the cake. I could see the frosting, the sprinkles, just all of it. Because with the way she's explaining things is pretty spot on, but she's just not applying what she's explaining. And I don't know, it's just nope. I don't approve.
Or whatever, And you could totally leave that like it is, pop on a shimmer or a mascara and go. Like you can totally be done there. But if you want a little bit more pop, I like to take this color here, which is called Philly. And this is just a very, very pretty brown. And I'm going to use a dome end of an eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to apply my dark.
Also, something that I wanted to mention when it comes to hooded eyes, if you have hooded eyes, I sort of kind of have them. You want to keep any sort of darkness out of here. So like from where your pupil is out, you can do all the dark you want. But if you bring the darkness is here in the center, it's going to make your eyes look closer together and droop inwards. And that's not a good look. I mean, if you like that look, go for it. But the pro tip is to not have any sort of darkness on the inside. Just kind of like open up your eyes and lift them up a little bit. And you always want to blend your eyeshadow upwards. And if you have a hard time doing that, what you can do is just do your makeup. And whenever you're done, take a makeup wipe and wipe the edges. Or you can also go in with a little bit of concealer on the side and kind of like blend everything out so that your eyeshadow is lifted. You don't want it to be outwards and you don't want it to droop either on the outside corners.
That's incredible. And y'all, look, this information that we're getting from Karina is free 99. How you can thank her is a sub to her channel, and I will make
Please
sure to
and thank you.
link it in the description right now.
Thank you.
Darker shade right here in the corner, and this is a great way to remember. Apply just a dot. Do a dot right there in the corner. So swirl, tap,
Oh, she blew again.
dot. So just we're depositing that color right there in the corner. And then you use your brush to lightly pull it out, kind of like a V, like the shape of a V, and lightly pull that color out and blend it toward the corner of your eye.
Can I ask you a question? Just from an artist,
super light.
From an artist perspective, and you're obviously a makeup artist, when you're looking at the face, and if you have hooded eyes and you can feel the bone, and if the whole purpose is, and I'm just saying this hypothetically because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. If you're trying to make your eyes seem bigger or be able to do all of this stuff, shouldn't you be like keeping your eye like open somewhat and feeling for the bone and putting it on there so that you're not creating an even tinier, like, do you know what I'm trying to say? I don't understand.
So a good way to find like your crease, like your natural crease or whatever, would be let me grab a clean brush because I don't want to get makeup on my face. I just did my skincare. But so a good way, it doesn't matter where your actual eyeball crease is, like where your eye crease is. If you feel your orbital bone, which is the bone around your eyeball, you'll feel wherever the brush falls, that's your crease. So like for me, it's right here, right?
Yeah.
I often do like bring my eyeshadow a little bit higher just because I really like that smoothed out look. But if you feel your crease, like you'll just feel the brush fall into it. And I recommend fluffy brushes at the beginning like this one because they're almost mistake proof. Almost mistake proof. So just feel it doesn't matter how your eye actually looks. Feel for that orbital bone and you'll find where your crease should go. Now, if you're having a really hard time with that, what you can do is what I did today in my video. Do like a thick line of concealer right here and then look up.
Yep.
So look up and you'll get the concealer line up here and that's where your crease is. And you don't have to leave it sharp like I left it in my look. You can always just blend it out, but now you know where your crease is at. So you have those two ways to figure it out. And again, you can do your makeup however you want. You can wipe it off, try again, whatever. But if you're actually looking to get like a lifted look, just find your orbital bone. And like I said, try and make sure to not blend outwards or downwards. Try to keep it a little bit more like up. You want to get a catty look and kind of like a lift. You almost want to mimic how when you wear like a really tight ponytail and it kind of like lifts your eyes up a little bit, but with makeup, without the painful headache afterwards. So I hope that made sense.
Yeah, I think the consensus is everyone is loving your tips and all of the help that you're giving, and you're an incredible teacher, and we all appreciate it so much.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate y'all. All of y'all. Y'all are so sweet. Y'all are too kind.
Strokes really make a big difference. And I'm staying
A
right
clean
on the
brush
crease right
makes
now.
a big difference.
Okay, so now let's do the other eye. I'm
Oh,
just
blow
using my
again.
brush super lightly to blend toward the inner corner of my eye. But you see, I only come like halfway across my eyelid, and you can, and I stay under my crease, and you can see that harsh line right there. We're gonna blend that, and then I'm gonna use
I was
this
about to say.
fluffy brush, and
The
just kind of
clean
come in
one?
circles right on that edge, and that's gonna give that harsh line a really soft blur.
Okay, do you see? Okay, wait. Do you see how you could still tell the line where she didn't, when she packed the color?
Yeah.
Like how you can still kind of see that line?
Yeah.
And how it's patchy? That's because she's not applying it properly. She's just kind of like putting it and then wiping it all away. I'm getting so stuffy. That's so weird.
Just little bitty teeny tiny circles. Let the bristles do their job. Like, don't press hard against your eye, like super, super light. My trick is don't bend the bristles. A little bit of black and put a little bit of dot, and then just do a little teeny tiny V right here, lowercase v, and you're just keeping that color right there.
That's more like a C, not a V.
In that little spot, and then blend it. And as you blend,
She, for one,
you
she's
can see
very pretty. I just from a like being in drawing growing up and looking at the face, and like I would have thought maybe with her eyebrows the way they are and where her eyes were and it being a little more hooded that she would have extended it just a smidgen up. Like, and this is me not knowing anything, it's just from drawing. Like I think it would have I think it would have been more, I don't know, better to go just a little bit up to open up her eye more.
That's what I was talking about. So I don't know if you guys can tell that she's blending outward, not necessarily upward. That's what's giving her that like kind of close eye together look. And instead of like making more space in here for the brighter color to lift her eye up, she's closing it up.
Yep.
So
and it's bringing her eyebrows down too. Yep.
Yes. So it's drooping her face back down. Her eyebrows lifted it, but her eyeshadow is drooping it back down.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Put black. Like, that's black. A lot of people are scared of black.
You're just blending it everywhere. Okay.
Look how much drama it added compared to this one. The
it
black,
just is look. Okay, pause
I
it.
see better
when
black.
she just looked up, the black has drawn it's drawn her eyebrow down, and the one that she hasn't applied it to, her eye looks way more open and like bright than the other one. Because when she looks straight up, it just, I don't know. That's just me.
Now, if she had done like, instead of putting it where she put it, and she had grabbed like an angled brush and had drawn it like a little bit like almost like a wing liner and pulled it up and then blended it, that would have lifted her eye so much more. And it would have made her look like fucking fierce, you know what I mean?
Yes.
As to where this, it looks okay. It doesn't look necessarily
it doesn't look
terrible, but it's not doing her any favors either.
Yeah.
Even just a little teeny tiny spot, just right there, just created so much drama. So the little dome end is great. The dome brush is great because it's very dense, like tightly packed. It's not very fluffy.
Okay, you see the angle of her face right now? You see that pimple under her nose above her lip? That's the pimple she was talking about covering earlier, and how come I can still see it? Because you didn't do any color correction, that's why. You just piled a bunch of flesh colored stuff on there, but didn't do any color correction.
Yep.
See? And so we're just kind of pulling that shade a little bit, but then when you use your fluffy end,
you just blur it all
the
way.
It makes a big difference because now we can blend it. And you can do this with any colors. You can do this with purples, you can do this with blues, greens, reds, pinks, any, like literally any color. For my girls with hooded eyes, you can still.
She's just just from a painting. Like I did painting and drawing and stuff. not well. I just had to do that for my graphic design.
Same.
But there's it watching her continue to blend and to go from lighter to mid to dark. You're just it doesn't look bad. I'm not saying it does. I'm saying
muddy.
like it's muddy. You're and you do that same thing shows up when you're painting when you don't clean your brush. And that's just what I'm saying because I don't know how to do it. But
no, today I don't. Again, I'm not trying to shamelessly plug here, but if you saw my makeup from that video, like there's a picture on Instagram, so if you want to go look at it, you don't want to watch the video, that's fine. But I blended green into blue into purple, and then on my lid I blended yellow into orange into red. And you could clearly see all the colors, and you know why? I didn't necessarily switch brushes, but I kept wiping my brush and making it clean. And also I didn't rub any of the colors. I tapped them into each other. Because if I had done what she's doing here, it all would have turned brown.
Yep.
Why? Because all the colors would have mixed together.
Yeah.
They weren't complementary of each other. They were, actually they were. They weren't, what's the other word? It's passing here. They weren't the same color that could just like diffuse into each other. They were all opposites.
Yep, and you could still see it so beautiful on Karina's eye. You could see all the colors and the blend between each color was incredible. And you do that by what Karina is telling you right now. And it's the same thing in painting. When you're trying to blend, like, because Karina's not blending a dark pink to a medium pink to a light pink. She's doing all different shades that aren't associated like with a hue of one another. And so I'm getting that from painting. Yeah.
What Harper said. I can't say that word, but that's the word I was looking for.
I'm going back and finding it. Wait, am I on Top Chat? Where's Harper? Okay, I'm trying to find it. There it is. Analogous. Yes.
I can't say that word, but that's exactly the word that I was looking for. Thanks, Bestie. Appreciate you.
Still do the same technique. You just, when you open your eye, use this as your lid. So put the black up here a little bit and just blend it. So when you open your eyes, you can still see that pigment. Don't let the pigment disappear on your lid. Isn't that so pretty?
I'm not trying to shade her super a lot.
No, she looks good. It's just for a makeup expert and someone who sells makeup, this look in particular doesn't do her any favors. And also, again, the cleanliness, the hygiene of it all. This is just me being picky because I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't buy makeup from her. Knowing what I know, I wouldn't buy makeup from her.
Oh my god, the pun is incredible. I'm not intending to shade her, and we were talking about makeup. It's so good, Harper. The puns are just wild tonight. I'm here for it.
Same.
Then I'm going to take a shimmer shade. I really like this one called Snowbird. But with the shimmers, I like...
If she puts it on her eyebrow, I'm going to lose it. If she puts it on her eyebrow, I'm going to lose it. Don't do shimmery eyebrow highlight. That's so 2000s. Okay, don't do that. That's ages you 100 million years. Don't do it.
I like to use my finger because with the brush, I just feel like it doesn't give as big of an impact. And I'm going to use this one right here.
Oh.
Don't use your fingers. Please don't use your fingers with your makeup. I mean, it's a decent technique or whatever, but if you want your colors to show up, you can always spray a little bit of your steady spray onto your brush before you pick up or after you pick up your eyeshadow. That's a good way to get metallics to show up. But don't use your finger. That's gross.
This is kind of a darker shimmer shade. So I'm going to apply it in the middle, mostly in the middle, and then kind of let it blend out to the sides a little bit. And I'm keeping it under the crease. I'm keeping my shimmer under my crease. So we're not going all willy-nilly all up all over our eyeballs, you guys. No willy-nilly. So we're coming in again with the Snowbird color. And I'm tapping it right in the middle. And then I'm just kind of using my finger to kind of tap blend around it. And you'll see that your finger acts as a stamp. And look how pretty it deposits that. We can even do a little bit more over here.
It's a little muddied for me, but I'm having a hard time seeing it.
You see my eyes darting around?
It all kind of just blends into each other.
Yeah.
I'm paying attention to my surveillance case.
Oh, I'm so sure
Are
you
you?
are.
Look how pretty that is. So nice. And this is, you could totally rock this during the daytime. I'm sitting out here on surveillance. It's freaking 112,000 degrees outside. It's fine. Do whatever you want. Okay, so now I want to add a really pretty bright gold shimmer on top of that just to kind of brighten that up a little bit. And I'm going to cover even a little bit
Karina.
smaller area, just tapping really lightly, just putting that gold right on top. And I love how those shimmers play off each other. And I'm keeping most of the shimmer toward the inner, toward the inside corner of my eye, and leaving the outside kind of dark and dramatic. So I'm just taking my finger like a stamp, getting a little bit of pigment and just popping that right on top.
She said
I
on
just
one
like
of her
how,
she said on one of her videos she has a 4-hour minimum, and I'm guessing her price, and I don't know how much her pricing is, but private investigators probably are upwards of $150 an hour. So I mean, I would be pissed if this is what I saw. If I was
Yeah,
a client.
same here. Not professional at all.
how
Yeah.
like shimmer can really add life to your eye look and just make it look so pretty and vibrant. Okay, so the very last thing I'm going to do is take a really neutral color shimmer,
Oh,
and
whoa.
I'm going to pop it on the inside corner of my eye. I love the brightness that it brings and a little bit of,
Okay, so for this particular color scheme that she's going with here, instead of using the shimmer in the inner corner because she has so much shimmer going on everywhere else, I would have done just like a maybe not a white, but like a creamy matte color on the inside to kind of create a little bit of contrast because this way it just looks like she just swiped her lid with a single shimmer.
Yep.
Like that's what this is looking like now.
This looks like a classic 2013 Mary Kay eyeshadow tutorial, whatever. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying like some of the things, the muddiness of it, it doesn't look like your stuff, Karina. It doesn't look like Tanya's stuff. It doesn't, I don't know. It just doesn't look like a timeless kind of look. It's just, I'm confused.
Yeah, I can totally recreate this look properly if y'all want.
Oh, hell yes. Hell yes. Y'all, drop a 1 in the chat, MLM style, if you want Karina to recreate this look for the love of
And I'm
sanity.
talking foundation and everything. I can
Yes,
teach y'all how to do
ones.
your eyebrows.
If you even have watched my channel and have any good sentiments towards me, please drop a 1 in the chat. Please. Okay, we've got 1.
Oh, Clown
Here
Town
comes the
said
1s.
1 million.
Here
Oh.
comes the 1s. Let's go.
All right, I got y'all. I think Wednesday I might be able to do it, like sometime during the day.
Hell yeah.
Do Wednesday. I got
Ones
y'all,
are
and it's
still
gonna be
coming in.
beautiful.
the drama.
I love that.
It makes you look a lot more awake and your eyes just really pop. I really like a really pretty shimmer on the inner corner.
This looks like, have you ever
I
seen
haven't met anybody that this doesn't.
Vanderpump Rules?
No.
Okay. Well, it's on Peacock, and it's about these mostly fully grown adults who are models who work at this restaurant. And this looks like kind of a look that you're going to do before you go confront the other woman of, your boyfriend. Like, it's about to go down in the back alleyway of the restaurant. Like, that's how I feel right now, and that's what it's reminding me of.
Yeah, I get that.
It's not bad. It's just like, it's so glam on that show because they're either working at the restaurant or they're going to an audition, and that's just kind of what it feels like.
Mm-hmm.
Look great on. Now, if you're more mature or you have more lines down here, keep that shimmer kind of up higher. You don't want to bring it way down into your lines.
I think that
That'll make
improved
your
it, though.
lines look a little
Even though that's not the right thing, that did help a little bit, give some contrast and let the darks remain dark and the lights remain light. Like when you're photo editing, you want your whites to be white without losing definition, and you want the shadows. And so I think that improved it a smidge, if I'm being fair.
Yeah, but I'm willing to bet too that if she used something not shimmery, it would look 10 times better.
Agree.
More pronounced, and we don't want that. And then just take that same shimmer eyeshadow, or you can use like a really pretty powder illuminator, or even a cream, and just put it right there under your eyebrow.
Thank you so much, good spider, bad spider.
Wait, did she use this shimmer? I missed that. Oh, shit. Hey.
I'm splitting this with Karina, so I'm about to cash out.
No, it's fine. No worries.
Stop it.
No worries. No.
I already did it. It's already done. Oh, no, I can't.
Okay, well, then I'm paying for coffee, so.
Yes. No.
Wait, I missed it. Did she do a shimmer on her brow too?
I think she did. Rewind it.
Let me back it.
Higher. You don't want to bring it way down into your lines, because that'll make your lines look a little bit more pronounced, and we don't want that. And then just take that same shimmer eyeshadow, or you can use like a really pretty powder illuminator, or even a cream, and just put it right there under your eyebrow.
The only time that I would use a shimmer brow bone highlight is if the rest of my eye look was matte, to kind of, again, create a little bit of a contrast. But shimmer on top of shimmer on top of shimmer, she might as well have put shimmer in her crease too and erased all the definition that she worked so hard on.
Just to give it a crazy, beautiful pop. Oh, that's so nice. Look how beautiful, darling. Okay, so now the next thing that I want to do is I want to set my makeup with a setting powder, but not all over my face. Okay, so I like...
Okay, so it doesn't look too bad, but again, I would have gone about this a lot differently, and it doesn't do her any favors. Like the shape that she did and all that, it didn't do her any favors at all.
like cream makeup because I think it gives the face a really, really beautiful glow, but I'm also liking my setting powder because I don't want it to glow everywhere. I'm going to take this setting powder on my brush and
Hold the fuck up. No. Because she has powder with the creams. She has, that's the, wait, show me your palette. Wait, hold on, because that's the same
makeup
palette,
because
right?
I think it gives the face a really, really
beautiful
glow.
That is the same cream palette.
Yep.
Okay, so what happens is when you dip into your powder and you kind of like, even if you tap, there's bound to be some powderiness coming off the pan. And it's going to get mixed into the creams, which is going to therefore dry them out a lot faster. And again, contamination, unhygienic. No, don't do that.
Glow, but I'm also liking my setting powder because I don't want it to glow everywhere. I'm going to take this setting powder on my brush and I'm going to set right here around my nose. What that's going to do is it's going to mattify just this area where I don't want it to glow as much. I still want that youthful glow everywhere else. And then I'm going to mattify right here. This is another area. So this triangle right here, I just kind of mattify that, mattify around here. Now you'll notice I put a little under my eyes, but not a whole lot. I deposited the powder here, and then whatever was left over, I went under my eyes. That way there's not so much. Okay, so that's done. I think it looks so pretty.
I mean, not so much of what. Just, I mean, we're cake level, we're frosting level of makeup at this point. I'm
telling you, I see the cake, the sprinkles, everything.
Yes.
What were you gonna say? You feel like what? Sorry, I didn't mean to.
I don't know. I'm just. And she's beautiful. I don't want someone to think oh, we're coming here and being like, oh, we're just picking on her because she's in an MLM. I find it strange that she is on a private investigating job. She is actively surveilling someone, shilling a multi-level marketing product.
Yeah.
That was my point number one by looking at this. And then the makeup guru herself, Karina, has stepped in and like said like it can be done better. And there's lots of things that she's doing that are maybe going to complicate other people's skins because of the advice that she gives about how we're mixing, you know, all the makeup and stuff and you know, spreading all the germies.
Yeah. Definitely. It's just, oh, I mean, again, the way she's explaining things is pretty spot on, but she's not doing what she's explaining. And just the lack of hygiene is making my butt itch. It's just,
Yes.
I don't like it. Also, thank you, Christina. Don't forget to like the stream, everyone, if you haven't already.
Yep. And I have split all the super chats with Karina for this stream, so I just
You don't have
to.
It's fine. Thank you for having me.
Look, I know when an emergency SOS, the top MVP player comes to save a stream, and I love, like, I know it's rough, like, streaming and not being monetized, and, like, I want to split everything with you, so I'm happy
I'll get there. I'll get there. And you know why?
Oh, yes, you will.
I know that you believe in me, and I've said it plenty of times before. The amount of help you've given me, I could never repay you. Like, and all of us, like the way y'all don't even know y'all don't even know 10% of the things that DeeCee does behind the scenes for all of us, not just the smaller creators, but even the bigger creators. So, you know, give her some love too, because I know she likes to give the rest of us love, but she doesn't give herself enough props. And she deserves them. She needs them, and she has worked fucking hard, damn it, and she deserves all the good things.
Oh, you're so sweet. I get so excited when people like I know, I guess, that they run with you on the internet when they hit big milestones. I cannot wait until Karina gets monetized. I was stoked when she hit 1,000, and she is an incredible creator. She adds so much value just as herself, and on top of that, she is a bilingual creator, so she's helping people that get targeted the most by effing Herbalife and other companies, and it's just incredible. So like, she has gone through it this past year, and I just hope like you get those hours and get monetized, and I would like, I'm so ready to cheer like and celebrate with you when you do that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Also, yes, Harper and I are starting a plant channel as well, so keep an eye out for that.
Hell yes. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
And we're also doing a series on Tanya's channel, because she's also trying to get remonetized and get the watch hours and stuff.
So. Sweet. Awesome. Let me link Tanya too. Okay. Tanya.
I offer that, and go show them all the love and support too, because when I say they've been there for me, including this DeeCee, through the roughest shit, like half of it y'all don't even know. They've been there for me. And yeah, I agree with you, DeeCee. I always get excited when my peeps hit milestones, no matter how small or big they are. I'm always rooting for everyone, and it's not a competition. There's room for all of us here, and I want nothing but good things for the people that want good things for me.
Yeah.
So, you know, I love it here. I love our little side of the internet.
Same.
Now I'm going to add a little bit of illuminator, and the illuminator is going to give just a
finger
little
from one side of the palette to the other.
Little teeny tiny pop of light catching, although...
Wait. So that's... Okay, so those like two big ones, and then the white one that she got the powder, those two are powder. And then the rest of them are... Those three are powder, and the rest of them are cream. That is so gross. I don't like it.
Yeah, wouldn't the powder get stuck to the other creams when they're like moving their brush through it? But I have a question. She's just set her face, and now she's putting the illuminator on her cheekbone. Shouldn't you have done that before you set your face, or no?
Well, I believe that this is a powder, so it's fine.
Oh, okay.
If she was putting cream on top of powder, then yes.
Okay.
I prefer it to be seen from space. I have lines on my face, and as I get older, more texture, so I try to be a little less generous. I try to apply it more
Are you though?
sparingly. But I do like it right here on the boop of the nose and up the center of the nose. That makes
If you have oily skin, that's a bad
huge
idea.
impact. Just look at that little bitty touch, just right there.
Can't tell.
So now I'm gonna
because
pop
you got
on
a
some
filter on.
Yeah.
mascara. Just
Do you have a name for the plant
to
channel
make
yet,
my lashes
Karina?
pop.
Yes. 2 plantitas, which means like 2 little plants. That's what it
Okay.
means.
Is it on YouTube already?
Actually, ask Harper. Harper? That's what Leo calls her. Hi, Harper.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
Yeah. If you can link it, Harper, or
Yep.
like send DeeCee the link. Harper's the one that's been working overtime on all like securing the handles and stuff.
Cool. I'll link it. I'll add it to Nightbot
talk to
too, so
them.
we can. Sweet.
So if you ever need a distraction from anti-MLM, not that I'm saying that you shouldn't consume anti-MLM because, you know, we're here. But if you ever need a little breaky break and you like plants, head on over there, please. We'd
Hell yeah.
love to have you.
Sweet.
And then we're golden. Which, by the way, I've been using the Essence Lash Princess. I used Too Faced Better Than Sex for years, and I was like, this is the only mascara, whatever's like $30. This stuff is $5, and it does like it's amazing. It's like the
Okay, so you know how you feel about that mascara, how the cheaper one is the same thing than the expensive one that you were buying? Same. My $1, $2 makeup is better than SEINT.
Love that.
probably the best mascara I've ever used. Okay, so I think that's that. If you like this look or if you have any questions about it, please let me know. If you have any product questions, let me know. I'll try to link what I can if I figure out how to do that. I don't know what's going on. I'm on a surveillance and the neighbor is getting like, whoa, woohoo. So anyways, so yeah, leave comments, please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and
Don't subscribe. Don't subscribe.
Oh my god.
That was wild.
The interesting thing is, I think she's also hit it big on TikTok. I have to double check, but she on Instagram 311,000 followers. She's in the Jessie Lee Ward territory, but she actually gets engagement on her posts, so maybe she's a little bit more real than whatever we're seeing over there. So
thank you, Erin Becker. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see why people like to watch her. She is definitely entertaining. Not in this particular long kind of content, but like those short ones, she's good. I just don't like her, and this is just me being picky. And again, who the fuck am I to judge? Because I'm like the worst content creator ever. But
no, you're not.
those transitions of like blah 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 blah, like those cuts, they made me dizzy. The story she was telling though was pretty intriguing, and like it kept my attention for sure. So
yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I like super appreciate you coming in and saving the stream. I am, you know, I'm not going to get weepy. I just like the fact that you are a kind person and you're always like offering to help and everything. I can't put it into words because I don't want to be a weeping willow, but
you can if you want to. This is your channel, and you can. This is your party. You can cry if you want to. All right, like don't let anybody tell you can't do things.
I just want to like. I hope that you understand like how appreciative I am. That's how like nice you've been to me, how kind you are, and I really appreciate that. And I'm gonna link your channel one more time in the chat, so that y'all can go sub. And if you have a little binge watching urge, go watch her videos.
Just don't watch my stuff around kids, all right?
Yes, and she has, if you do like Jessie Lee Ward content, Karina has some spicy videos on Jessie Lee Ward. And so if you want to figure out if Karina is someone you want to follow for forever, which I think you should, and you already like Jessie Lee Ward, that's a perfect place to start. And then if you're interested in her makeup stuff, check out the stream she did today because it's great. So
I'll be doing the makeup stream on Wednesday. You know, if everything goes as planned, I will for sure like set the stream up a little bit beforehand. So if you guys are subscribed, you can get that notification. And we won't talk about anything anti-MLM. I'll just ask all your questions, answer all your questions, and go in depth about makeup application and whatever. We could just like have a little fun, like get our minds off of the heavy stuff. And
cool.
I can do those every now and then to kind of like, you know, get our little, like a little giggle or something, like get our heads off of the heavy stuff, because this type of content can definitely be very draining. So that's why I was telling you, don't let anybody tell you that you can't get emotional. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do, this is your channel, you can do whatever you want. And just like you, I appreciate you a lot. And I just, if there's anything that I would change, is I wish I was around a lot more, because I have been a lot more disconnected recently, especially from like, you know, heavier content, just, you know, from my noggin. But but I appreciate you too, and the work that you do in front of camera and behind the scenes does not go unnoticed, and we all appreciate you. And you are a very valuable member or person in this content creator little circle situation we got going on here. Don't ever feel like you're not part of something, because you are. In matter of fact, you're like a very important part of what we're trying to do here. So give yourself more props.
Okay.
And be kinder to yourself.
I will really try
more. Say, I am the bad. I'm bad. I told DeeCee, I don't know if you remember this, when we first started talking. I said, you look in the mirror, you said, I am a bad bitch, and I got this, and I can do whatever I want. And you say that shit to yourself until you believe it.
I will do that. I will start doing that, because I need to work on my self-talk for sure. So I appreciate the support. Thank you for streaming on my channel. And I guess we'll see everybody on the next live stream, and definitely I will try to share Karina's live that she's going to do on my community post, so y'all can easily find it on Wednesday when she goes live. And I'll also link her tutorial and her Jessie Lee Ward video, so y'all can easily find it in the community tab. So live chat, you've been incredible. Thank you, replay crew. Good luck getting through the stream. We'll see you next time. Okay, bye.